President Trump appears to be fleeing the early presidential primary debates. Here is his advisor, Jason Miller, going on TV explaining why the president's probably not going to come.
At the moment, President Trump has indicated that he's unlikely to participate, at least in the first two debates. He's up by 30, 40, and even new polling shows he's up by almost 50% in certain places. It really wouldn't make much sense for him to go and debate right now with a bunch of folks who are down at 3, 4, and 5%. Even Ron DeSantis, who's the second place candidate in the race currently, is at least 20, 30, or 40 points behind. And so ultimately, President Trump will make a decision as we get closer. He has not said anything definitive one way or the other. I'm not expecting him to participate, though.
There you go. Top advisor to Trump saying, Trump is not likely to go to the debates. There's a candidate forum in Iowa tomorrow. All the candidates are going to be there. Donald Trump is not going to be there. So there seems to be evidence he's going to make good on this threat. Trump's critics in the Republican Party, liberal Republicans like Chris Sununu in New Hampshire, they are pouncing on Trump and saying he looks like a wimp.
Former President Trump, the tough guy, the guy that says he's going to fight for America and but he's not willing to stand up. He's going to wimp out and not get on that debate stage.
We don't know for sure anything yet.
He's going to wimp out that clown, that child, that coward. Why won't he get on the debate stage? Why would he? Why would he? I don't want you to shoot the messenger here, okay? I'm not working for any campaign. I have told you I do my level best not to endorse in primary campaigns. I think I might be the only conservative pundit in America right now who is not actively working for one of the presidential campaigns. I like pretty much all of the candidates in the field. I know a great number of them personally, and I have a great deal of respect for all of the ones that I know, and even for some of the ones that I don't know. So I'm just calling it like I see it, fellas. And you can not like the message, you can be angry about these political facts on the ground, but I'm just telling you what it is. Trump has no incentive to debate right now. He has no incentive. I've got the Real Clear Politics average of polling. Trump is up, according to the RCP average, Trump is up 32.4 points. Now, the RCP average is a very reliable, fairly conservative average of polls that includes Morning Consult, Economist YouGov, Fox, Emerson, NBC, Yahoo, Harvard-Harris, CNN, The Messenger, Harris X poll. We've got all of them there. Trump is crushing the field. 32.4 is the average. Harvard-Harris has him up 45 points over the rest of the field. This is a 10-person field. It's not even close. So with a commanding lead like that he does not appear to be losing. In fact, his lead only appears to either remain the same or to be increasing as his most intense and serious primary challenger seems to be losing ground. Why on earth would Trump get on that stage? Well, because the voters have a right. They demand the right to see the candidates debate. They don't demand that. If those poll numbers start to change, then that will indicate that the voters are demanding that. But as of now, the voters seem to be extraordinarily supportive of Trump without seeing him debate the other candidates. Well, but the voters should demand it. Well, maybe you think they should demand it, but they're not demanding it right now. Well, I just think it's the right thing to do. Okay, maybe you would prefer that Trump get on the debate stage. I would prefer it in many ways because it would give me more content for my show, and I'm sure it would be extremely entertaining. But there is no moral imperative for Donald Trump to engage in a primary debate, and there is no law that says he has to do it, and there is no particular rule in the Republican Party that says he has to do it. I'm sure the Republican Party would prefer that he do it, but don't forget, Trump engaged in a hostile takeover of the Republican Party. Trump doesn't give a damn what the party apparatchiks want. Right now, go to expressvpn.com/Knowles. Profiling, surveillance, and data harvesting are a few things that you probably don't like very much about the tech giants. What can you actually do about it when you rely on so many of their products? Well, the good news is, it doesn't take much for you to take a stand. For less than $7 per month, you can join me and fight back against big tech by using ExpressVPN. How do you think big tech companies make all their money anyway? Well, by tracking your searches, video history, and everything you click on, and then selling your personal data. ExpressVPN helps you anonymize much of your online presence by hiding your IP address, a unique identifier that every device has that allows big tech to match your activity back to you. That is why ExpressVPN is the only VPN that I use and trust on all of the devices to make it much more difficult for them to exploit my data for their own profits. And the best part is, it's so easy, even I can use it. I'm a bit of a Luddite. You just click one button on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, turns it on, keeps people out of your business. Time to fight back. Go to expressvpn.com/Knowles. Get 3 extra months for free. expressvpn.com/Knowles. expressvpn.com/Knowles to learn more. Right now, go to hillsdale.edu/Knowles. Are you a few years or maybe a few decades out of school and wondering, what did I even learn? And what was the point? You might think to yourself that you don't have the time to learn something new. Well, if that's you, then know this, you're not alone. It's not too late. Since 1844, Hillsdale College has been providing education in faith, freedom, and character. They've taken some of the core classes they teach on campus and made them available for free online for anyone who wants to learn. That is right, for free. There are 39 free courses to choose from, ranging from the Constitution, the Book of Genesis, free market economics, and so on. They're easy to follow, they're self-paced, so you can start whenever you want. In fact, you can start right now. It's everything you need all in one place with no long-term commitment. Let Hillsdale College be your guide. Learn when and where you want. Go right now to hillsdale.edu/Knowles to enroll. No cost, it's easy to get started. hillsdale.edu/Knowles to register. hillsdale.edu/Knowles. If the other candidates want Donald Trump to debate, they have to create the political circumstances that force him to debate. And the way to create those political circumstances is to knock his poll numbers down. If the other candidates cannot knock his poll numbers down, then Trump showing up on that debate stage presents all risk and no upside. That's how politics works. Candidates have one goal in a campaign, and that is to win the race. The race right now is not against Joe Biden. The race is for the Republican Party nomination. You might say, well, I just think Trump's not going to be a good general election candidate. Doesn't matter. That's not what we're asking right now. Well, I just think he looks cowardly. Maybe he does. And if enough voters think that he looks cowardly for ditching the debates, that will be reflected in the polls, and then he will be forced to engage in the later debates. But right now, I'm not prescribing anything. I'm not advocating anything. I'm just telling you why it is the case that Trump is inclined not to engage in the debate. He has very little to gain and quite a lot to lose. Now, on the other side of this, look at the Democratic Party. Joe Biden is up 54 points on his next most serious primary rival, RFK Jr. So this is a Kennedy, albeit a somewhat kooky one. This is a mainstream Democrat who's been in public life for a long time. Biden's up 54 points on him. Trump is not quite up 54 points, but he's up a similar amount on his nearest primary rival. And don't forget, there are 3 candidates right now in the Democrat field. It's Biden, Bobby Kennedy, and Marianne Williamson, who's much lower. If Biden's not going to debate, which he almost certainly is not, then why would Trump debate? Well, you might say, well, because Biden is the incumbent and Trump's not the incumbent. Yeah, kind of. We have not had a one-term president run for a rematch in over 130 years. The last president to do it was Grover Cleveland. It's only happened once in American history that a president won non-consecutive terms. So I grant you, Trump is not literally the incumbent here. But practically speaking, for most intents and purposes, Trump is the incumbent. You might say, well, he shouldn't be treated that way. That's wrong. I'm not telling you what should or should be whatever. I'm just explaining. I am describing to you why the circumstances in this primary are different from the other primaries. You can like that. You can not like that. You can pull your hair out and scream to the heavens. If you don't accept those political realities, you're going to become increasingly frustrated as this inevitably unusual primary unfolds. Boy, what a great clip that was. It was great. I know. Well, if you want more of them, and if you want long-form interviews, and if you want the yes or no game, if you want all the show, and if you want everything, you got to ring the bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.